it's car vlog. I promise the next update I do will be the Transformer room, because I have been working on it, but it's like I said, been slow going, and having to take a mental break from things often. New job's going all right. This is my second week. Starting my second week, I guess. This is new car. I'm driving new car. Not new, but new to us, new. It is pretty cool. I like it. A lot more comfy, a lot roomier. But, life things keep on going. For those that don't know, I do have some anxiety issues. So I'm having to take medication for that now. That is Zoloft and Xanax. So fun. The Xanax I try not to take because it's supposedly addictive. To me, not so much, but I try not to. But like I've gotten to where every time I go to work, I have a little panic attack, so I take one to chill out so I can make the drive and be okay, and then a lot of times it's when I get in a place crowded full of people. Well, unfortunately, where I work is such a place all the time, so that's sometimes I kind of need to chill out. But I'm trying to wean myself off of those. I was taking them exclusively until I got my Zoloft back. And that seems to help me a lot with just not waking up in a panic state all the time. I have these because of past issues in life that I don't really want to go over, but yeah, I deal with it. Before I got medication, I dealt with it by buying things and eating things and being irresponsible. So I'm trying to get over that. That's hence all the Transformers. But luckily, I have a good support system. I have an awesome wife, awesome kids, awesome parental figures. So it really helps to have that. A lot of people don't have that, and there were times in my life where I felt like I didn't have that either. But those times are gone, thankfully. And it's just processing, dealing. This is about as personal as I ever get on these things. Anyway, so yeah, going to work. I only do 6 hours a day, which is fine because at about the end of my shift, I'm about ready to die. And I'll get over that. I'll get better. I'm already making improvements there. But my last job put me over the edge, like hardcore. Like it brought up all those old feelings of all that stuff that happened before in my life that I just would rather not deal with. And nobody knows that about me when I go to a job. They don't know, and I don't let them know, hey, this is a thing, because you never know what kind of fun person you're going to run into that wants to set you off on purpose, or but I try to just deal. I try to just give people their space. I try to be invisible. That's how I deal with it a lot. And most of the time it works. And for this job, it's kind of great. Yeah, I'm in a crowded place all the time full of people, but the job I do, I don't get bothered a lot. So I, just do my thing. My time's up, I go home, and it's great. I don't work overnights anymore, which is also great because I have a regular sleep schedule, and that helps with mental fun things, according to my doctor and several reliable sources. So yeah, that is where we are with me. With the robot room, I've started moving robots back in. I'm still decorating the walls. Basically, I finish a shelf, like decorating behind the shelf, then I put the robots on it, and I move on to the next thing, etc. So I've got maybe I would say a fourth done, but really it's not quite that much. But I have got at least 3 shelves done, and that's cool. So making progress, and as soon as I'm done, I'll resume things. Probably try to ease myself back into doing the game vids, doing the bot reviews, as the schedule allows. I know the car thing and the financial fun is not going to help that, but we kind of needed the car because we need to be able to get places, and the one we had wasn't being very reliable. So yeah. But yeah, I guess I could talk about trigger things for a minute. Things that trigger me. Lots of people, crowded places, feeling like I'm in someone's way or inconveniencing someone. That always will set me off. I don't know why, and I will think this about everything. If I'm standing in the line too long and there's someone behind me and I feel like I'm keeping them, I will trigger. If the other day we were getting sodas at the gas station, we were getting refills, and I was getting mine and there was somebody behind me, and I was stressing the entire time because I was taking too long. Even though it's a soda machine, it takes as long as it takes, you know. You can't really help that, but I was stressing that I was taking too long and that was going to cause a problem and a conflict. Conflict is another one. Conflict will definitely always set me off hard. Hardcore, not hard. I'm like, whoa, conflict, woohoo. No, not like that. So I do not like conflict in any way whatsoever. I will try my very best to end it. Used to, I would just get supremely angry and just end it that way, and that never worked because it just caused more conflict. But now I just try to stay out of it. I stay quiet. I don't say things. I just, yeah, yes sir, okay, and I do whatever, and whatever they say, sure, whatever, great. And that's how I avoid it most of the time. But with that, I bottle a lot of stuff up, and that is not good either, because if I do that too much, then I'm just a powder keg of, oh my god, panic attack, fun times. So I'm gonna switch lanes here. Woo. So yeah, anyway, I should stop. More later. Bye. Car vlog at night. So I was gonna continue my video, and then life happened, and then here we are the day after, driving home at night. So I was talking about triggers. So conflict, I was saying, was one of the big ones. A lot of things I've noticed too is, like, I do bury a lot of feelings. Like sadness definitely was one. I was always, and not really because of any parental teachings or pressure, but I was always under the impression that I'm a guy, I shouldn't be upset, I should not cry, I should suck it up, rah rah, you know. Well, so I interpreted that as bottle up emotions, bottle them all away, and I'm just pointing at nothing. And so that leads to sometimes it all just comes out just at random. Like I remember one time a big thing happened. It was a very not great thing, and that day I had planned to take the kids to see a movie, and so I'm like, all right, well, let's go take care of this thing. And we went and took care of the thing, and everybody was just so upset, and I'm like, nope, gotta do this thing, gotta get this thing taken care of, because we gotta take those kids to a movie. We go see the movie, we got the thing taken care of. It was not a great thing. It was a terrible thing. I can give you more details if you really want, but I don't think you want. Anyway, we took care of the thing, and as soon as we got to the movie, we watched the whole movie. The kids liked the movie. It was great. And then I just lost it. I lost it completely. I was just a horrible sobbing mess for a good 30 minutes. And it was just a buildup of that thing and all the other things that it ever thinged, and it was just not great. So, yeah, that was fun. Hello, car. So that wasn't a fun time, and so I realized that that's the thing I do, is when bad stuff happens, I tend to be the one that's like, all right, we can handle this. or I'll just panic, a hardcore panic and freak out. Flip a coin. That's the one it's going to be. Another fun life thing that just occurred is I have an abscess tooth that I need to get taken out pronto. So I'm going to work on that on Monday. Yay! I have an irrational fear of the dentist. I'm going to have to face. But that is definitely causing a major stressor in my life at the moment. But I would rather face my fear than die. So I guess I will be doing that on Monday. That'll be fun, won't it? So yeah. What else? What else are stressors or triggers? When someone is vague, like something happened, and then they're like, "Call me." And I'm like, okay, so in my brain, I'm sitting there for 10,000 years until I call them. If I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm going to want to finish doing my thing and before I call them, especially if it's like, we're running errands, we're doing something. So the entire time I'm doing my errands or whatever, I'm sitting there freaking out over whatever this thing is. And, because of all the other things that have happened in life, I'm always expecting the worst. I'm thinking, oh God, who got murdered? What's happening? So did some terrible person come back into our lives that's left, and it's always something that's not that. I mean, sometimes it's not a great thing, sometimes it is something like, hey, somebody passed away or, but that's fine, but the entire time I'm sitting there giving myself stressors until I find out what it is. This is maybe why I'm not great at Christmas presents or, keeping secrets. I can't hold that into myself. So, yeah. I don't know. I guess that's maybe everything. I'm sure I'm missing some things. One thing I like doing is procrastinating. I will put off chores until the last minute because it is something I'm not wanting to do. Hence why the robot room may be taking forever. But that and, everything else happening. But, I mean, the robots are something I enjoy, but they get to be overwhelming. And then I'm going through and I'm not finding just robots. I'm finding, like, letters from my wife and things like that. And then I'm reliving those moments and stopping what I'm doing. And you stay right there. Okay. Driving is another thing I can't do very well. I can do it by myself, but when other people are with me, I worry too much about what they think. I worry way much about having a problem and they are dying. But when I'm by myself, I don't care. Which is so weird, right? Like, if I have a wreck and I die, well, that sucks, but it's just me, so whatever, I don't matter. That's one thing. One thing that's really in my brain is that, and I'm not like trying to be like, feel bad for me. It's just a thing that I think. I am less important than everyone else in my brain. And it's so dumb because I know it's not true. I know my wife needs me. I know my kids need me. I know my mom and my wife's mom even need me. I am important to them. I get it. And, this is why I never think of, self-harm, etc. Because, no, that would be inconsiderate of, and that's the way I am. Like, this is why I have to go get a tooth fixed. Because instead of facing my irrational fear of the dentist and dealing with that like a normal person, I decided to pull my own teeth. And that didn't work out so well. So I'm a little bit of a weirdo, did you know? So yeah, that's why I got to go to the dentist on Monday. But instead of fixing it, a year and a half ago, I thought it'd be cool just to rip my own teeth out. And it worked for a while. But it's, what I should have done? Just had the dentist take care of it, because I'd have been over it by now and I wouldn't have this problem. But here we are. But this is all the things like why I got off my medicine in the first place. I found out my daughter needed medicine like mine. So I prioritized hers over mine. I figured if one of us had to have it, it was going to be her. And so what did I do? I got her medicine and I got me Transformers. Why? I don't know. Because that's how I am. I apparently put Transformers over myself. Like, I will pay all the bills for the family. I will pay all the things, make sure they got everything they want, and then get Transformers, and then I'll be like, maybe I'll get me some medicine. That's how my brain works. My brain is weird, and my brain probably needs help besides medicine. But, yeah, if you wanted a little insight on my mental fun times, there it is. How I've managed in my life to get married, have kids, have a somewhat normal-ish life with people that love me and aren't weird. Well, okay, they're weird, but, you know, I don't have the life I had growing up, which was often unstable. And that's, you know, that's just the truth of the matter. We weren't always a happy home. We weren't always a stable family. I mean, there were stability people in there that, like, my grandparents, they were my rock a lot of times when my mom had to work because she was a single parent, or, you know, when she was with some dude who was a jackhole. And, you know, so I had my grandparents to go to, and that was probably one of the big reasons why I'm not a just total freak show mental case person. And I want to show you the ceiling. Sorry, I'm just talking and not paying attention to the camera, you know, because I'm driving, you know. But you know, things are better now. My mom is with a stable person. You know, they have their issues, but who doesn't? She's got therapy. She's doing better in her life. So, awesome. You know, things are not the way they were before. Things are much improved now. And I realize now that I've got to step out of those old ways of being, because I've been there this whole time, since I can remember. And that's not a way that's healthy. It's not a way that I need to be. And so here we are at this moment, facing my fears, facing all the anxiety and problems, and hopefully overcoming them and moving on and enjoying life instead of dreading life. And you know, that's where we are. And I hope that's where I can stay for the rest of life. So, yeah, to everybody that's helped that happen, thank you guys. I love you guys. And to everybody that's hearing this and going, yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah, well, I'm glad. I hope that, you know, there's more out there than just hating yourself or, you know, killing yourself with a addiction of whatever it may be, you know, or just, you know, killing yourself. Sorry, YouTube, but, you know, don't. Figure it out. Move past it. I know it sounds impossible. Believe me, I thought it was for the longest time, but it's not. You can. And so I guess that's where I'm gonna leave this one. It's gonna be a two-parter. You'll get the first part in the daytime and the second part in the nighttime, and I'll probably go up one day and the next one the next day. And then I promise it'll be Robot Room and less life drama. Well, I'll give you an update on the tooth thing. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, so cool. Car vlog. I'm vlogging my brains out. You know, it helped me feel better to say all that to all of the I don't know who out there. I don't know. It just feels like I got to talk to somebody about it, you know? And that's not always a thing that you can do or feel like you can do, especially with the things that go on in your life that are the dark things, the things that you don't want people to know about. That's why I love my wife so much. I can tell her anything, and there's no judgment, you know? I can tell her, yeah, I neglected my mouth so much that my teeth fell out, and now I have to go to the dentist. And she's like, well, you know whose fault that is? And she, you know, I have to go, yeah, it was mine. But, you know, she'll go, okay, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this and this. And I'll go, okay, that's what we're going to do. And there's no, you know, hey, you jerkwad, hey, you stupid dum-dum, why did you do that, blah, 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 you know? And that's what a lot of people get, like criticism and ridicule. And that's not a way to live. You can't live like that. You're just spreading the hate that way. You know, nobody feels good when they're called stupid, or they're called dumb, or, you know, you make me feel like this. It may be true, but it makes them defensive. It makes them just, you want to say, screw it. And that's one thing that I grew up with a lot. And it's one thing that I've had to learn to get past. And with myself often, because I was just spewing that out myself. And I have to realize that that's not really doing anyone any good. It's not really helping the situation. I, of all people, know the things that I have done and done incorrectly. So I don't need a reminder. What I need is a plan to fix it. And that's why I love my wife and my family. And that's why I'm still with them. But this has been a really long one, a really self-confessional one. And thanks for sticking with me for 15 minutes while I drove home. I'm going to go ahead and end it. And hey, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me blab and watching me drive and staring at my car ceiling. And I love you guys. You know, stay awesome. And catch you on the next one.